Hello, everyone. Say a nice big hello. And welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, one and all, to the Extreme Improv Xstreamed Geek Battle. So get ready to live long and prosper. Or if not live long, then prosper. And if not prosper, then hopefully you will live long. But either way, on the show tonight, we have a fantastic lineup of performers, as we will do this interesting mix of... I always say interesting, it makes it sound not interesting. We have this fascinating mix of performers who will do improv, mixed with trivia, mixed with some random geek chat. And on the show tonight, we have Dave. Say hello to the people and give us a random geek fact in an attempt to get a bonus point.
Hello everyone, I'm Dave MC, I'm based in Paris, France, and my geek fact is a Star Wars one. Shocking. So, after episode 3, Jar Jar Binks had a very sad fate. He was kicked out of the Senate and exiled by his people, and was forced to be a circus clown for the people of Naboo, who would constantly mock him.
Oh, is that canon, or is that...
That is canon. There is a book based on it, which a kid actually talks to Clown Jar Jar and says, "Why are you so sad?" And he tells her, "Oh, he said do."
Wow. Okay, that's an interesting fact.
Is
Marty.
the Star Wars version of the Pagliacci play?
I will pretend to know what that is.
Yeah, no one knew what you meant there, Cap. No one. Right, Marty, say hello to the people and give us your random geek fact.
Hi, I'm Marty. I'm in Seattle. And in the 1970s, Marvel Comics had a supernatural line of comics, and one of those was called The Tomb of Dracula. In that comic, the look of Dracula was based on the actor Jack Palance, who played Dracula in a made-for-television movie directed by Dan Curtis.
Oh, wow. So was it allowed to be, do you know, or was it just, they just did it?
They just did it, and, I mean, it's not an exact copy. It's just kind of more like facial structure and that sort of thing. But if you know that and you kind of look at both of them, you can really see it.
Wow, okay, fantastic. Thank you very much there, Marty. Christine, say hello to the people and give us a geek fact.
Hi, my name's Christine. So here's my geek fact for D&D. When you or an ally is within 5 feet of an enemy, you are considered flanking. And if you're flanking, you get advantage on your rolls. An optional, instead of getting an advantage on your roll, you get a +1 on your attack roll.
Oh, wow. I am going to give that a roll. And it's a 10, so I don't know what that means, but yeah, I like your fact. Okay, Capelthave, say hello to the people and give us your random geek fact.
Well, I couldn't help but, when he said Dracula, I couldn't help but to go into his space, as he mentioned my name 3 times and over. In any case, Rob, I would need your help to demonstrate my geek fact. Would you pull out your sword?
Oh.
Right, okay, so anyone listening to the audio version, anyone listening to the audio version?
Yes, so basically Rob has a version of a katana. So here's a thing that usually, like, among nerds, we think like katana is a superior weapon to the medieval arming sword, the broadsword. But the one thing is that the katana is usually made of steel that's not foldable. Usually what happens when a katana hits, it absorbs all the energy, and it might tend to bend. And if it bends, it won't, go back. But with the medieval spring steel, if it hits, it would absorb the energy. Even if it bends, it will recoil back. So that's one superior that the European sword had over the katana. Now to geek fact,
Wait,
came from
that
mind.
wasn't your geek fact?
No, that was a real fact.
Okay.
So for the geek fact, is that, the world of The Witcher, they use a silver sword to kill monsters. There's actually some sort of scientific reason behind it, because in the old days, they used silver to get rid of bacteria. The barrels, the reason why the barrels have a silver covering is just to, kill the bacteria. And also, cowboys used to drop a silver coin in their water, whatever that is. And to kill off bacteria, so we get the water going back. So if the monsters are some sort of an infection, yeah, that works.
Okay.
And we continue with the program.
No,
Marty,
Capelthave, I admire your spirit. I'm going to give you a bonus point. So,
This has been a test of the emergency Keppel Fave system. No emergency.
okay, Rob, say hello to the people and give us your bonus geek fact.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rob from Southern California, and my geek fact is Stanley Kubrick was so, just paranoid and insane making 2001: A Space Odyssey. He thought there was actually going to be real life, humans might interact with aliens while he was making this movie and devalue the value of his movie. Many people wouldn't go see it because it had happened in real life. So he actually tried to take out alien contact insurance on the movie.
Okay, wow. Okay, well, there we go as well. My name is David Postansky, and my geek fact this week is going to be about Star Fox, the video game. So, here we see the R-Wing from Star Fox, and here is the interesting thing about this. They had finished making the sequel to Star Fox for the Super Nintendo, and this was about the year 1996, but because the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn came out, which were at least twice as powerful as the Super Nintendo, they didn't release it. And they didn't release it for about 20 years, and when they did eventually release it, the people who actually made the game didn't know until it was announced that it was coming out. So there you go. So that is my geek fact. I'm going to award myself a point. No, but based on what everyone said there, I'm going to say that I enjoyed everyone's geek facts. I like the fact that Jar Jar Binks does have an ending to his story. So Dave, I'm going to give you a point. I am going to give a point also to Christine, because it is seldom we get a D&D related geek fact, and it feels like we should here on Geek Battle. So with this, we are going to go on to our first proper round of the show, and today we are going to have a battle round where each of our performers, we'll have 2 performers at a time, they're going to be given a famous movie, and they're going to have to make the case within 30 seconds for why the film that they have been given at random is better than their opponents. Now, whether they have seen this film or not, it will be about who can make the better argument. It's not necessarily about who everyone else thinks has the better film. It's just about who can make the better case for it. So, rolling the dice to see who the first 2 performers will be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is Rob. And we also have 3, which is Marty. So, Rob, your film is going to be... Oh, let's just make sure I can see that on the screen. It is going to be Thor. Rob, you will be defending Thor. And Marty, you will be defending the movie Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, which is the first of the Final Fantasy films. So here we see Rob. Here we see Marty. Rob, you'll be defending Thor. Marty, you'll be defending Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. And Rob, you will have the first 30 seconds starting now.
Thor is a superior movie because, it made a shitload of money and a bunch of sequels that everybody has gone and seen. Well, I guess maybe not everybody, but, long hair, a hammer. You cannot lose when you have a hammer that just no one else can even swing or pick up. The Thor is the man. I personally like Vincent D'Onofrio in Adventures in Babysitting. That's my favorite Thor, but, Chris Hemsworth is a good Thor as well, and he's in so many movies across the universe.
And that is time. Marty, you will now have 30 seconds to say why you think Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within is the better film compared to Thor. Begin.
Well, Final Fantasy, of course, how do you argue against Final Fantasy? It's got a spirit that's within, and it's just awesome. And it had really good CGI. The chick in it was pretty hot, despite the fact being CGI. She was. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's a hot chick. So, but I'm really, it was called The Final Fantasy. I don't even know if they made more sequels or not. They might have.
And that is time. Okay, well done, both of you. So now we will come to the rest of our panelists, as we will ask them who we think made the better argument. It's not about which film you prefer. So, show of hands if you felt that Rob made the better argument for Thor. Show of hands. So, Capelthave gives that. Okay, show of hands if you felt that Marty made the better argument for Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, and we will say, Marty, you get the bonus point there. That has to be a little bit bitter, because clearly Rob had seen Thor, whereas it's very apparent that Marty had not seen his film. So,
Not true.
The one with the claw, but not the first one.
I saw the movie in theaters, completely forgot any and all about it.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So, rolling dice, next up we will have Christine. And Christine will be taking on... Oh, hang on, Rob's already had a go. Will be taking on Dave. Christine and Dave. So, Christine, the movie you will be defending is The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies, which is the third in the trilogy of the Hobbit films. And Dave, you will be defending Halloween 4. So this is The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies, against Halloween 4. And here we see Christine. Here we will add in Dave. And Christine, you will have 30 seconds to say why you think The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies is better than Halloween 4. Begin.
Well, obviously, who doesn't like big, hairy feet? Big, hairy feet are amazing. And everybody wants to go on an adventure, and everybody loves jewelry, of course. So you have a magical ring, and of course, everybody loves Gollum. And you can't... Any movie that has Gollum in it is a hands-down winner. And, of course, there's invisibility, magic,
and
dragons.
that is 30 seconds. Okay, so now, Dave, you will have 30 seconds to say why Halloween 4 is the better film. Begin.
Halloween 4, well, after the disappointment of Halloween 3, they went back to format with the slasher Michael Myers. You think Gollum is an iconic character? No. Michael Myers has had more movies than Gollum. He has been in so many movies. You cannot kill this guy. He just keeps coming back for more and more and more and more sequels. You know, Michael Myers defines the slasher archetype. I honestly think I'd recommend that movie to anyone. It is one of the best Halloween
And
sequels
that is
out
time.
there.
That is time. So,
It really is.
okay. So
Gotcha!
we will see what the rest of the panel thinks. So let's see a show of hands of who thinks that Christine made the better argument for The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies. And that looks like it is everyone. So I will only vote if I feel that we need to vote. But Dave, I will give you a pity vote. So there
You're
you go,
very
Dave.
sweet, David.
Well, there
You're
we
very
go.
sweet.
But Christine, you take the point, and with that, actually, Christine, you take the lead. So that leaves myself and Capelthave. So let's put us onto Spotlight. Here we see me. Here we see Capelthave. The film, using the randomizer, which you'll see at the bottom of the screen, audience, that I will be defending, is The Land That Time Forgot. It's the movie that I forgot. The Land That Time Forgot. And Capelthave, you will be defending Star Trek Nemesis. Star Trek Nemesis. So I will go first to say why The Land That Time Forgot is better than Star Trek Nemesis. And here I go. So, if you have seen the Star Trek Nemesis film, you'll know that it's about time travel. It's got Tom Hardy in an early role, basically doing a Picard impression, and it bombed. It basically killed the Star Trek franchise. But The Land That Time Forgot didn't kill its franchise. No, it was one and done, as it was always intended to be. And most people think that they don't know what this film is, but it's so immortal that you're going to have to rush out and go and see this film pronto. That's me done. Right, Capelthave, you have 30 seconds, and here you go.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have not seen Star Trek Nemesis, but because of David's rundown, I think it's an amazing film. I mean, it's so good. It has Tom Hardy in it. Come on, who could be the great? Who can beat Tom Hardy? Benedict Cumberbatch? Nah, no one. The British actor is always going to beat Tom Hardy, so you should see that film for him. And also Commander Jimmy Mack. Remember, Commander
And that is
Jimmy
time.
Mack.
That is time. So, the thing there is, we'll never know why we're remembering Commander Jimmy Mack. But okay, So it's not about which film you prefer, it's about who you think made the better argument. Show of hands if you felt that I did for The Land Time Forgot. Okay, oh, a lot of people. Okay, and who here felt that Capelthave made the better argument? And, oh, just Rob. So I will take the point there. And that's the last battle of that round. So with this, we will move on to our next game. And so for our next game, I just happened to find this earlier. It wasn't a pre-plan of mine. But I have here a book, which is called Comic Book Heroes. It's called Comic Book Heroes, and I believe it is a quiz book. It says it has 1,101 trivia questions about America's favourite superheroes. So I'm going to pull a random page, even though I have a bookmark here. I'm going to pull a random... That's in case I don't like the random page. So I'm going to pull a random page, and this is a quick fire round. If you think you know the answer, you buzz in. Now, it may take me a moment to find the answer, but someone tell me when.
When?
Okay, so look at this. It's genuinely come to the bookmark page. Right, so...
It's like we knew.
It's like you knew. Okay, so with this, all of these questions are on the subject of Spider-Woman. Okay? So let's see how well we know
I
Spider-Woman.
didn't even know there was a Spider-Woman.
You didn't know there was a Spider-Woman? Oh, well,
There's
you were
like,
in for a
There's
treat.
like 4 of them.
Well, I might do one question and then just flick to another page then. So, here is the first question. What is Spider-Woman's secret identity? Does anyone know?
Oh.
Okay, Capelthave.
Gwen Stacy?
No. Do you know what? Hang on, Cap. I am going to give you a point there, even though it's not what they asked for here.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. That is a correct answer. Did someone else buzz in? There is another answer that they. Marty.
I can't think of her the first name, but I believe her last name was Drew.
Buzz.
Oh, Dave.
Jessica Drew.
Yeah, I'm going to give it the point there to Dave. Sorry, Marty. Half answer. So, with this, let's see if there's one more Spider-Woman question before we move on. Okay. How did Spider-Woman gain her spider powers? Cap.
Bitten by a spider.
No, incorrect answer.
Buzz.
Okay, Rob.
Sex with Peter Parker.
Incorrect answer. Incorrect.
Buzz.
Okay, Marty.
Blood transfusion from Peter Parker.
Oh, Dave, I'll ask you before I... Okay, Dave.
Spider DNA implanted by Hydra.
No, incorrect answer. Cap, last guess.
Organ transplant.
No, okay, I'm willing to give Marty the point for being the closest here. It says, through a combined effects of an injection of her father's spider extract serum and irradiation by the high evolutionary genetic accelerator. So, well, yeah, actually, Marty, you were miles off, but it was still the closest of the answers. I'm going to flick to a different page. Someone tell me when.
Now.
When?
Okay. So, Iron Man. I'll do, like, another 5 questions. So, Christine's sitting there thinking, like, I just know Dungeons and Dragons. What's going on?
I know.
I don't normally have a book like this. I literally just found this earlier. Okay. Oh my god, these are too easy. Okay, I might rattle through them, because I think we know it. Who is the designer and wearer of the Iron Man armor? Christine.
Tony Stark.
Correct. Okay, what evil dictator held Stark prisoner even though he built the first Iron Man armor that would help him escape? Cap, was that
Oh,
Buzz?
wait. Yeah, the Mandarin?
I don't think so, but it might be. Someone might be able to tell me something more about the Mandarin that I know. But
I can't remember his name.
oh, that's close, Marty. But no,
Yeah.
the correct answer is Wong Chu. I don't know. I assume this is based on the comics.
Wrong shoe.
Wong
It's from
Chu.
it's from the original comic.
Yeah. Okay.
Got you.
Right. What supervillain has the power to melt Iron Man's armor?
Supervillain.
What supervillain has the power to melt Iron Man's armor?
Which one doesn't?
Well, we've got to go with the correct answer here. Answer as the
Buzz.
book puts it. Okay, who said Buzz? Dave, I think.
Would that be Doctor Doom?
Incorrect answer. Cap.
The Fire Demon Surtur.
Incorrect answer. Marty.
Whiplash.
Incorrect answer. So the correct answer in the answer to the question of which supervillain has the power to melt Iron Man's armor, it was the Melter. It was the Melter that we were looking for. Let's click to one more page. One more page.
Rigged!
Someone tell me when. Someone tell me when.
Now,
Okay. So this will be about the Fantastic Four. Okay.
Yay.
Which of the Fantastic Four... Oh, sorry. No. Which Fantastic Four foe... That's a tongue twister. Which Fantastic Four foe can breathe fire?
Buzz.
Okay. Christine.
Sexy Spice.
Incorrect answer. Marty.
Dragon Man.
It is Dragon Man. See, like...
Nah, man, I
think,
knew that.
Hey, hang on. You think about these just to get the logic of these questions. Who can melt Iron Man's armor? The Melter. Who can breathe dragon breath? The Dragon Man, basically. So, okay, one more page. One more page.
Creative villains. Go.
Okay, thank you. Oh, Superman. So we're going over to DC.
Don't say what home planet it's from. That's too easy.
Okay. Yeah. Which of the following phrases frequently precedes Superman's leap into action? Is it A, it's Superman to the rescue? Is it B, and away we go? Is it C, up, up and away?
Buzz.
I haven't finished the
You
question
should wait
yet.
until the answer.
Or is it D, I'm horny, Lois? No, okay. Marty, what were you going to say?
Up and away.
It is up, up and
Damn
away.
it.
Also on the subject of Superman, which criminal discovered the secret location of Superman's Arctic fortress? Cap.
Lex Luthor.
Incorrect answer.
Wait, in the movie it is.
Yeah, but
It's
this is
not
going by
Buzz.
this book.
Comic
Right,
book
okay.
quiz.
Dave.
Mixapedalic.
No, it's not.
Buzz.
Marty.
Brainiac.
Incorrect answer.
Oh, this.
Come on, guys, just follow the formula here.
This
Right, Cap.
Bizarro.
Incorrect answer.
Buzz.
Dave.
Doomsday.
Incorrect answer. Last one,
Buzz.
Marty.
The Portrait of Solitude Finder.
Bonus point, Marty. But no. The answer was King Andrews. King Andrews. Come on, guys. How did you not get that?
Who is that?
Andrew?
The solid hell is King Andrew.
I don't know. So with this, just to give the credit to this,
Is
this
that
book,
Bear Bear?
this book, just so in case you want to get it.
Written by Andrew.
Now, hang on. This book first came out in 1995, and it is dedicated, I can say, to Barry, Karen, Shana, and Rachel. Is called Comic Book Heroes, and I've probably had it for since about 1995. So with this, we're going to move on to our next round, and this will be our more discussion-based round. And it's one that I know that people have wanted, and this one we're going to talk about. What is the best method of time travel that has ever been in fiction? What is the one that makes most sense? What one? Let's dig a little bit for a few minutes into how time travel works. What are the different options? We'll see if we can come to any sorts of consensus on this. Capital Fave, what would you nominate as the best depiction of time travel, or the version that makes most sense?
It would be Christopher Nolan's Interstellar, because he actually went to scientists and, asked them the theoretical physics about it. So the theory being is that if you're close to a black hole, let me start with the basics. The faster you move, the slower you experience time. That's basically the physics law. So if you're near a black hole, which actually ships light and absorbs light as well, and you're in a system that is your time is much moving in a much faster rate. Like it's that if the planet is 1 hour, it's like 22 years in your planet. That means when you come back, you come back to the future. For you, it's just 1 hour, but when you come back, it'll be the future for you. but you won't have aged. You can't actually do this probably because now you can't go near a black hole, and also you can't travel to a galaxy where the time difference is that high.
Yeah, that sounds like a major flaw, because I wanted to do this next upcoming week cap.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. If the entire movie story revolves around there's a planet just near a giant black hole. That's why there is a massive time difference. So when Matthew McConaughey goes there, his children are 8 on Earth. So when he goes there, he spends 3 hours on that planet due to some technical difficulty. They only thought about spending 1 hour, but they spent 3 hours. So when they go back to the station, there was a guy who was left in the station, didn't go to the planet, so he wasn't near the black hole, and he aged 24 years. So they were still young, but this dude was now old. And it's how time travel actually
Okay. Anyone, before we move on from that, any thoughts on what Cap has proposed here? Do we like it? Do we think it? Do we agree that it makes sense? Do we agree that the science behind this is the one that makes sense? It's obviously started a lot more scientific than expected. But Dave,
I'd like to add sort of that. I agree sort of with Cap, because the time travel thing in space is actually, from what I've heard, is a real thing anyway. Because when astronauts go into space anyway, there is no sense of time up there. So because the Earth, is rotating anyway, so you could be up there for months, and you age a lot slower when you're up there anyway.
Okay. I'm slightly dubious about this, because I think there'd be a lot more people, going into space and just staying there.
Why do you think Shatner went up there?
Well, yeah, this makes sense. This makes a lot of sense as well. Okay, Marty, did you want to come in on something there?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to let you know that I have cracked the code of time travel, and I know the answer.
Okay, go for it.
It's very simple. If you go to sleep tonight, you will wake up tomorrow.
Not necessarily. That's the hope.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Not necessarily. That is obviously the hope, but we're never guaranteed a tomorrow. So.
I mean, what happens if this happens? Honestly.
Yeah, Rob, what's your thoughts here?
I think the most believable kind, even though they're not necessarily the best shows or movies, there's stuff like in the show right now, La Brea, where you just fall through a portal that somehow the universe happens in the universe. I think it's more plausible than somebody actually inventing a time machine.
So just like a natural occurrence, some sort of...
Yeah, like Land of the Lost, La Brea, stuff like that, where you often, 4400, where you just... There's some natural thing in the universe that you fall through that causes you to travel through.
Okay, but here's a genuine question. Other than what we may say a black hole or something, which we don't really know what it is there ever actually been a real portal of any kind, of anything? It's just like a magic door that someone made up, right?
No, theoretically, if there's a black hole exists, that means there's a wormhole, and wormhole is basically a shortcut into space. And if you're traveling through space, you're also traveling through time. So, yeah, same thing. You can go into a wormhole and go to a different galaxy where time is less accelerated. And when
wait. So you said about a black hole. This is turning into a lot more science than I expected. So you're saying a black hole.
There's no room for science on the
so
show.
but a black hole is a star which has died. It has collapsed. So that just means that the gravity is so intense that everything just gets drawn into it and crushed down. How does that make it? How does that guarantee that it's a wormhole that will take you somewhere else?
No, black hole. We're not sure that a black hole could be a wormhole. But if there's because black holes exist, that means there should be wormholes. So I need to turn off the motor before the water floods. Just hold on a minute.
What just happened there? Right.
He's trying to prove his theory of a black hole being a wormhole.
Yeah. Okay. So right, Christine.
Well, you.
Well, Cap took my answer, because I was going to also say wormhole, because it also, you can go 1 billion light years, or you can go just a few feet, because a wormhole is just one point to another. And if we have multiple universes, obviously when you pop out, you don't have to pop out at the same time that you were when you left.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna bring in something here, which is Doctor Who.
Yay!
I knew you would Richard.
I thought this was all going to be about like a car that goes 88 miles an hour, and we're going to be talking about just like
phone
waking
booth?
up in someone else's body and stuff. And now it's all like theoretical science, right?
You
but
should have been more specific.
Yes.
it's called Geek Battle. I didn't think it was going to be actual
Phone
science.
booth.
Smart.
Right.
Little test phone booth.
So, like, here is the Doctor Who TARDIS, right? And the idea is that you go in this, and it's got, like, the vortex of time within it. And it can take you to, like, anywhere in time and space. And so it can, like, travel through time. And I think, like, the idea of time travel is, I think you do, like, whilst the portal in time and stuff like this makes sense, I think you do need some sort of vessel or something. Because, like, if you're, like, physically moving through time, I think you'd need some sort of, like, unit to actually like take you there, whether it is like a DeLorean, whether it's like a TARDIS or something like this. I think the idea that we could do this is just about being able to harness something which just like displaces your presence to another era. And in Doctor Who, I think they kind of cracked it better than anyone else, because it is just the idea that it has technology which can do it within. So just like the idea that you can do it, or you fall through a hole, or something like that. We literally going into space by the event horizon of all this stuff. I feel like that's less likely. Dave, back me up here.
I will back you up on this one, yeah.
Thank God, because I had no idea what I was saying.
Neither do I. At points I was a bit confused of where you were going with this. But yeah, so, I agree, because the TARDIS appears in one place, but in a single second is in another location. Even though in the show they show the TARDIS in the vortex, for the people, the passengers in the TARDIS, or the Doctor, whoever, the Time Lords, whatever, for them it's just a single second that they travel from one place to another. And the TARDIS requires, you know, the Doctor's doing it on his own, so of course it's going to be bumpy. But a TARDIS normally has like 6 pilots to operate it.
Well, exactly. Christine.
I don't know where else.
So I have a question on the destination time.
Yes.
Considering that we have so many calendars, we have a lunar calendar, a sonar calendar, and when you set the time in your time device, how does it know which one of those actual dates that you're supposed to go to?
It probably doesn't. Now, like, going with Doctor Who, is they go with the theory in the end that it doesn't always take him to where he wanted to go, but it always takes him to where he needed to go. And this does take it, again, if you're familiar with Quantum Leap, the idea they have in that is that there is some force, whether it is time or nature or God or something like this, which was taking the time traveler of that show to places where it felt like there was something that had gone wrong in time, and there was this unknown force compelling him to put right what once went wrong. So for where you end up, like the when, it might be that there is another element. Cap.
So that could work. So like again with the theory of physics, like if the TARDIS is somehow can accelerate in high speeds than the other places in the traditional objects in the universe, then that could mean like if you go inside the TARDIS, it's 1 second for you, but the TARDIS now accelerating in high light speed. It's now experience that's very different. But again, you can't go back to the past. You can only use that to go to the future. You can't go back to the past. That's the problem with time travel in real life.
Yeah, but you can go back to the past. I've seen it in Quantum Leap. I've seen it in the Avengers.
So good.
And Avengers.
The Avengers, Quantum Leap,
Bill and
Back
Ted.
to the Future, Bill and Ted.
Avengers, I
Terminator.
wouldn't
Time
say
machine.
Avengers is time travel. They basically broke the rules of time. That they just get to another universe. That doesn't mean they travel through time.
No. They do travel backwards in time. Because look, there is a timeline. Like of the Avengers, there's the idea there is one timeline, and when they change an event, it creates a split path, so that you still have the original version and you have another version, but they still travel to a different point in the original timeline to be able to create a branch.
Did you not watch What If?
Yeah, Kat.
No, I have not seen What If.
Okay, so let's come on. Perhaps this slightly goes somewhere. Do we believe, from what we have seen in any film, fiction, or comic book, or whatever, that it is possible to change the past? Is that possible? Christine?
I don't think there is a change of the past. I think there is an unlimited amount of options and alternative realities. And I think when you go back to the past, you really just choose a different branch that already was in existence.
So, okay, so Christine, let me ask you specifically here. Do you think then that every eventuality is possible? Is there like a version where everything is possible?
Yes, I do.
Well, everything.
Everything,
So,
every decision.
Do you think there is like a parallel dimension where I am this brush?
Possibly.
Is
you
there
could be that
a
brush.
dimension where Capplethave is you?
No, that couldn't happen.
Exactly. There has to be some sort of limits.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Even with that theory, they say like every possibility that you can think of, like literally human being a brush, may not be possible. Even if it's another universe, it still has to function as sort of in the laws of physics that we can. So as we understand the universe right now, all these rules need to be in place so there could be life can form. If there's like different rules that changes the laws of the universe, where like David's human life is somehow a brush.
Yeah, but those rules, Kapathav, are put together by our limited
understanding.
minds.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, if our understanding of the universe is wrong, then yeah, David can be a brush.
Yeah, Rob, can we bring you on this? Do you believe it is possible to change the past?
Well, I know that Jackie Kennedy is alive, and Sam ended up saving her in Quantum Leap, so I think she must have.
Well, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I do have a question, though. This dawned on me when you held up the TARDIS. Do you think Bill and Ted ripped off Doctor Who by using a phone booth?
100%. 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, why would they use a telephone booth? But originally in Back to the Future, the time machine was meant to be a fridge, which is just like another magic box.
So who first invented the idea of a time machine? I mean, like a machine.
H.G. Wells.
Yeah,
Wells,
the time
right?
machine. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for the time machine.
Yeah. So, okay, based on fiction, let's go around everyone now, and let's see, have we got a consensus? What do we think is the best depiction of time travel on screen or in fiction is? Marty.
I mean, there are a lot of good contraptions out there, but I tend to think that the having to strip naked and be in a field, an energy field in like the Terminator movies, that seems very plausible to my stupid mind.
Why does the strip naked part make it plausible?
It's so important.
Well, I don't know. I just, you know, instead of I just feel like that was kind of very different. It was like, you know, you can't time travel with clothes. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm dumb.
Okay, Christine.
I think, David, you hit it on the nose. I think that your human body would not be able to go back in time. I think that a contraption or a machine of some sort has to be able to handle all the things that would happen to you as you go through time.
Okay, now to give my answer, it's great that you think I hit it on the nose, because I didn't mean that at all. I was just trying to get this more on science fiction rather than science. My one would actually be leaning into like Quantum Leap. The idea of that is that someone's consciousness just goes back to a further point in time. Now, there's so much that we don't understand about like how dreams work and stuff, and we know that in dreams we can have a sense of things being real and a sense of us interacting and doing things that obviously don't exist in the real world. So I don't see any reason why the idea that our physical bodies wouldn't be the thing to go back, but somehow we can take our minds back to a previous point. Rob.
You bring up a good point about that. I like that. Before you said that, I was going to say, I like kind of what I talked about earlier. I like the Hulu show with James Franco, 11/21/63, whatever it's called. Because it's a portal, or it's like a pantry or something that he walks into, and it's a different spot wherever when he goes back there. And when he does fuck up the past and he comes back to the future, it's like a Twilight Zone episode. And I don't know, I thought that was more believable than some other things. But your Quantum Leap thing has won me over the mind,
Yeah. Cap or fave?
Well, I do like the quantum leap thing where your consciousness can travel, but again, for me, like Interstellar was like the one thing, like, yeah, the time travel thing that we know is just like, yeah, they build the machine, then that's all enough to, go to the past to the future. But then, like, that move is so educational to help us. You're not going to try and travel. You're not going to do everything in that movie in your time travel, but that's educational enough to give you an idea of what it might be, at least with the knowledge that we have of of our great minds have collected. So yeah, I'm going to stick with Interstellar and also lean towards Quantum Leap as well.
Okay, Dave.
Well, coming from the guy who picked the shark from Jaws as the best Halloween villain, like the Quantum Leap idea, because I've never seen Quantum Leap, but just hearing about it is it's an intriguing idea, and I like that concept. I always stand by, Doctor Who and the TARDIS and that. There's a contraption going back, but I do like the idea of your mind.
You can get the whole series for like $20. I suggest you pick it up.
Yeah, but just don't watch the last episode. Right, so with this, we've maybe come to some sort of agreement along the way there. Maybe not. Audience, let us know what you think, as always, on these interesting discussion rounds that we have. But we're going to go on to our next quickfire round. Our next quickfire round is going to be our impressions round. And the way this will work is I am going to give a list of characters to each of our performers, who will then have about 90 seconds to perform impressions of as many of them as they can. They're obviously not allowed to say the name of the character who they are attempting. If they can't do an impression and they just need to describe who they are, basically, that is also allowed. It has to be, because we end up doing it every week. And with this, if you don't know who you're doing an impression of, if you don't know one, just skip to the next person. And if someone gets it right, tell them they've got it correct, and I'll award a point both to you and the person who guessed. And if someone gets it wrong, let them know they've got it wrong, because I won't be able to monitor this. So, rolling a dice to see who will go first. Let's see who we have. And it's me. So I will start here. So, as always, on the honour system, if you get a character correct, just keep track of how many you got correct, because I'll award the points at the end. And I'll have 90 seconds.
Buzz.
Yeah?
I was making sure it was working.
Alright, okay, sorry, my bad. Right, okay. And here we go. Me!
Buzz!
Buzz.
Christine.
The Knights of Need.
Yes, correct.
Buzz.
Rob.
Slimer?
Correct.
Oh!
Right.
I don't know, that was just David drunk.
Yeah, okay. Right. So, you just told me you love me. I know.
Buzz.
Rob.
Han Solo.
Yes, correct. All right, Harry. Let's go and get the Goblet of Fire. Yeah, Cap.
You are Hermione.
No. She's not going to get it yet. I haven't given a clue. All right, Harry. Well, let's go get the Goblet of Fire. Marty.
Cedric Diggory.
Correct. Okay.
Voice is like
Right. I wouldn't hurt a fly.
Buzz.
Dave.
Norman Bates.
Correct. Let's have a look. I'm gonna drink some blue worm milk.
Buzz.
Dave.
Luke Skywalker.
Yes, correct.
shit.
Oh, hello, sweetie.
Buzz.
Dave.
River Song.
Correct.
What the
Fuck is
Oh
that?
God, I don't know so many of these.
Read a book.
Oh, smash! I will
Buzz.
smash Hulk. Oh shit! I said the name. Right, that's fine. I was Red
It's
Hulk.
about
I was
some
Red
points.
Hulk. I was Red Hulk. Right. Okay. So who needs some points? How many points do you need, Dave? How many do you need?
3.
3. So that is 3 points for Dave. 2, 3. How many points for Marty? That is 1. How many points, Christine?
1.
1. How many points for Rob? 2. So 1, 2, which means that I get 7 points. And let's roll the dice to see who will go next. Okay, so going next will be Dave.
Hello.
Dave. Okay, let's get you your characters.
Alright. Oh, shit.
And copying them across. So Dave, I will send these to you now. Where is Dave? Okay, so Dave, there is your questions. There is your characters. And here you go.
Don't know who that is. I'm the girlfriend of Sheldon Cooper.
Buzz,
Go,
Amy
Buzz.
Farrah Fowler.
Yes. Humbug.
Buzz.
Buzz.
Rob.
Scrooge.
Yes. I'm the brother of Wonder and I run really fast.
Cat.
You are Pietro.
No.
Oh,
Buzz.
This is
Marty.
Rob.
Oh, Rob.
Quicksilver.
The Flash.
No.
Marty.
I'm still the brother of Wonder and I run really fast.
Quicksilver. Quicksilver.
Yeah, I'll take it. I want to play a
Oh.
game.
Buzz,
Pietro
Jigsaw.
Maximoff.
Jigsaw.
Yes. Who's that one? I don't know. Jinkies. We have to find the clue.
Christine.
Thelma?
Yes. Alright. I am the brother of Wonder and I run really fast.
Buzz.
I'm the other version. Yeah.
Pietro.
Yes. No, I did. I know your feelings, Bellatrix, but I must be the one to kill Harry Potter.
Buzz. Oh, go on, Christine.
Shit. Sorry.
Buzz. Lord Voldemort.
What?
Voldemort.
Yes. I create monsters in Chasing the Argonauts and Clash of the Titans.
Marty.
Hey, Harryhausen.
Yes.
And that is time.
Oh, I was
Well
ready.
done, well done. Okay, let's get the next batch of characters.
Dave threw me off with his mustache for Voldemort. What was that?
No, it was me trying to have no nose.
Oh, I thought that was a mustache.
What was
Okay.
the difference between Quicksilver and
So
Pietro?
I had Peter Maximoff and then Pietro Maximoff.
Ah.
Who's Peter?
Peter Maximoff is the original name of Quicksilver.
Yeah. Uncle Pete, anyway. Right,
Oh,
so.
I feel like it's always been Pietro.
No, that's just for Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Because story.
So,
And
anyway.
also X-Men Evolution.
Anyway. Who did I say was going next? Oh, let's roll the dice again. I've lost it.
Don't you need to take points?
Oh, no, I did that as we went along. It was only with
Oh, cool.
me, so otherwise I have to
Alright.
award the points as we go along. Christine,
Awesome.
you will be next.
Do you get to pass if you don't know
Yeah,
who
just
that
if you don't
person
know
is?
who it is, just say skip.
Okay.
If someone isn't guessing in time, just skip to the next one. Right, so.
Okay.
And if someone gets it right, just tell them yes. If they don't, then tell them no. Right, and here you go.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm not the sixth, but I am the...
Cap.
Yes,
You're the Seventh Doctor.
yes. Let's see, pass. Let's see. I don't tell the truth.
Rob.
I thought it was Predator, but no.
No, I like nuts and I don't tell the truth. Ugh.
Squirrel the liar.
So close. Okay,
From the maniac.
pass. Raggy?
Dave.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
The littler one.
Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Yeah, Dave.
Scrappy Doo.
Sorry.
Let's see. I'm going down this list. I know none of these people. Not Wally East, the other guy.
Buzz.
Yes.
Cap.
With Wally West.
Yes.
I'll allow it.
He dresses all in red, and he's got a foul mouth.
Buzz.
But
Buzz.
Rob.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Yes. I'm a certain color, and I like to wear this thing on my head.
Buzz.
Oh no, wait!
Marty.
Sorry, a bee. Go ahead.
Green Goblin.
Oh, so close. It's like a bee, but not quite. Yeah.
Rob.
Green Hornet.
Yes.
Okay, and that is time. That is time. Okay, so let's roll the dice and see who will go next. Okay, Capelthave. Let's get the list of characters for you. Copying them across here are your list of characters, Cap, and here you go.
Wakanda forever. I'm the bad guy.
Buzz, Black Panther.
Buzz.
T'Challa.
Killmonger.
Correct.
Oh, man.
I'm always stoned. I'm a part of the Scooby Gang. I'm very
Buzz.
lit.
Rob.
Shaggy.
Correct. Skip. I died in the Lord of the Rings. It's sad.
Buzz,
I was
Boromir.
bad. Yeah, correct. I am the Doctor's evil creation. Not
Buzz?
the Doctor who
Oh,
not the
Dave.
Who.
Oh,
Christine.
Buzz.
Buzz. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
Yes.
Buzz.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get that one. Okay, so Skip. I'm from Knight Rider, the David Hasselhoff.
Buzz, Kit.
Buzz.
Kit.
No. I am the guy, David Hasselhoff.
Buzz.
Marty.
Michael Knight.
Correct. Skip. Okay. I am Batman's police guy's daughter. Also
Buzz.
Batgirl.
Buzz.
Dave.
Barbara Gordon.
Correct. Skip. I am a kid. When I say the word, I became my favorite
Buzz.
superhero.
Buzz.
Correct. I am the Flash, but I am more suited to
Buzz.
Barry.
Dave.
Reverse Flash.
No. I'm like Blueberry. You know?
Teal.
No, I'm like that. The name.
Blueberry.
You know the other guy, Wally West, and the other guy, of the Flash.
Buzz.
Name names.
Buzz.
Okay, Dave.
Barry Allen.
Correct.
That is time. That is time.
Oh man.
Right. Okay.
Next
So,
one
who
is
has not had a go?
Mephisto.
How the hell do you know Michael Knight? That feels like it's way like.
Me?
I could have been named
Oh.
Michael Knight. My sister was a
What?
fan of the Knight Riders, and she was going to name me Michael Knight, but
Your
then
sister?
like the numeral. Yeah.
This just
the
raises
numeral-
many more questions, Cap. Why was your
15 years
sister
old.
naming you after
She's-
Knight Rider?
She's 15 years older than me, so she saw the series and she wanted to name me Michael Knight. But then again, like the numerology and stuff the numbers didn't work.
Capelthave,
So
I solemnly swear from this point onwards I will only refer to you as Michael Knight.
Yay!
Right, who has not had a go? Rob and Marty. Let's roll the dice and see who we have next. So here we see... okay, Rob will go next.
Right.
So, Rob, I'm going to send across your list of characters, and here you go.
Well, I'm bald and I'm gonna kill Superman.
Buzz.
Marty.
Lex Luthor.
Yes. Here I come to save the day.
Buzz.
Marty.
Mighty Mouse.
Yes. My name is You Killed My Father. Prepared to
Buzz.
Yes.
Cap.
you Hannah Montoya something.
No.
Marty.
Inigo Montoya.
Yes.
Montana.
Something. I never seen it.
kill the Joker.
Buzz.
Dave.
Batman.
Yes. My dad, why are you spying on Mom? You're getting hit by a car. I'm gonna push you out of the way so I get hit by the car.
Buzz. Marty McFly.
No, his
George
dad.
McFly. Oh,
Yes.
someone.
One of them.
Dresses in red and has a bad mouth.
Buzz.
Buzz.
Oh.
The red thing. No, I don't know. Marty.
Deadpool.
Yes.
Uh,
In the end, there can be only one.
Buzz,
Oh, Marty.
the Highlander.
Name. TV show
Connor
name.
McLeod.
TV show.
Connor McLeod.
TV show, that's the movie.
Someone else then.
Highlander in the shitty TV show. I don't know.
Oh, TV show's fucking awesome. Negative points for Marty. Pass.
That is time. That is time.
Duncan MacLeod, come on.
Duncan MacLeod.
Duncan Ma what?
Duncan MacLeod, the TV show from Highlander, which lasted for 6 seasons and had 3 movies of its own. Duncan MacLeod.
Wow.
There can be only one, Rob. There can be only one.
Yeah,
That
that
was
sounds
him.
like
He
there
kills
was two.
Connor, just so you know. in
Okay,
Endgame.
Marty, sending across your characters, and here you go.
I am the law.
This
Oh, Cap.
you are Judge Dredd.
Yes. Let me drink this formula.
Buzz,
Dave.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yes. Bite my shiny metal.
Buzz, Bender.
Yes. Iago, let us go and get a lad and kill him.
Buzz the Sultan.
Iago.
Buzz.
Cap.
Gabbar.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Couldn't remember his name.
I know I'm really short, but in this Game of Thrones, I still have a lot of...
Christine.
Tyrion Lannister.
Yes. Clark, let me tell you how the world really works.
Cap.
Jonathan Kent.
Yes. Captain, I'm picking up a subspace signal.
Where is Commander Jimmy Bang when you need one?
Dave.
Geordie.
No, Captain, I am
Buzz.
picking up...
Rob.
Lieutenant O'Hara.
Yeah. Marty, let's try
Buzz,
that.
stop.
Buzz.
Yeah.
Doc Brown.
But
Nice.
first I have to feed my pet.
Doc Brown,
Buzz.
right?
Yeah.
What?
Doc.
No.
Not call it. No?
What is the name? I can't remember the name of my pet.
Oh, Buzz.
Rob.
Einstein.
Yes.
Okay, and that is time. That is time. So, with that, we have one final round where there will be a bonus 5 points available just to keep things interesting.
Can I get?
So-
Can I make the character?
Oh, you want to do it?
I already have one.
No, do you have one, Cap?
No. He
No. Someone else. Don't
Okay.
let Michael go again.
Michael Knight. Oh, damn it, that was my character, Dave. You got it. No.
Hooray!
Okay, so I have my character, and we're going to play 20 questions. So you're both working collectively and against each other competitively, so that you have to guess who I am, and you have to
Dave is
try.
taking notes.
Sorry.
Why not?
Dave is taking notes.
Yeah, so you have to try to work out who I am, and you can only ask me yes or no questions. You can guess at any point. If you guess, though, you only get one chance to guess, and if you're wrong, you're frozen out of the game. So you can be strategic with what questions you ask if you think it's going to give too much away. So, Dave, it is your question.
Oh, okay.
Did you say?
Oh, sorry.
We usually establish before the game whether it's a character or a movie or
It's
something.
a character. It's a character.
It's a character.
Okay, thank you.
It's definitely a character. Is this character in a well-known movie?
Yes. Capelthave.
Is this movie a part of a franchise?
Yes. Rob.
Was the first movie before the year 2000.
Yes.
Ah, man.
Christine.
Is the character male?
No. Marty.
Does this character have special abilities, superpowers, magical power?
Generally, no, but there is one point where there is an exception to this, but generally, no. So think more no than yes. Dave.
So no special abilities. Damn it. Is this main character... No, can't think. Pass me. I can't.
What? No, it's your question.
I can't think of one, David!
You actually want to skip your question?
I can't think of
Okay, you
anything.
can skip.
I can't think of anything.
Okay, Cap.
You know what, Dave? Ask my question, and I'll think of another question.
What?
Yeah, that works.
No,
Yeah,
come on,
like,
guys, come on,
we still
come
get
on,
an
come
extra question.
Just ask
We
a
still
question.
get an extra. Anyways, is any of the following movies released in the 2000s?
Were any of the following movies?
Yeah, it's part of a franchise, right? So.
Like the sequels.
In the franchise, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Rob.
Is this character human?
Yes. Christine.
Is the character animated like a cartoon?
99% no. There may be that there is in some form, but no. No, sorry, Marty rather.
Is this character based on a video game?
No, it is not.
Thank God. No way.
Dave.
You know what it is, Cap?
No, kind of, depends on the next question.
Oh, thanks. That puts a lot of pressure on me. Does this character have a villain? Like a nemesis or something?
Definitely, but there's a reason why that may mislead you. But absolutely, they have 100% like a very famous nemesis. But the only thing I can say is that there is one factor to this which makes it slightly more complex. But yes, they do. Capthave.
Is this character from the fantasy genre?
No.
Supernatural?
Is
Answer.
this from the horror genre?
I would say yes, but not exclusively.
Okay.
I think who I thought it was.
Right, Christine.
Is this character younger than 18?
No.
Huh?
Okay, Marty.
In not necessarily all of these films, but in some of the films, if not all, is there an overarching corporation involved?
Yes.
Can I guess?
Yes, you can.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ellen Ripley.
I am Ellen Ripley. Congratulations.
Hey.
Marty,
no.
you take 5 points. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Marty, out of interest, how did you come to that decision?
Well, I think the special abilities only under one circumstance, and then the nemesis being... You were very vague about the nemesis, which made me think, oh, it's a group of aliens versus just one thing.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go back in time and present that answer now.
No, you figured that out very well, Marty. Really, really got it. The Wayland Corporation as well. So, wow. So that brings us to the end of the show, and I can confirm, Marty, you are this week's Geek of the Week with the most points. Well done. Well done. So, with this, let's go around and find out where we can find everyone on social media, starting with Dave. Where can the people find you?
Alright, so you can find me on my Instagram at Darth Nocturnus and my YouTube Dave MC. But more importantly, check out my puppet friend on his Instagram at Mirty Blueberry, and go on YouTube and type in The Blueberry Show, where you can find the comedy-based talk show with my puppet friend, where I talk to the likes of Kappelthev, Ashley Edwards. Just go check it out, type it in on YouTube, and you'll be able to find it.
Fantastic. Cap.
You can find me on the Blueberry Show as my true form, actually, Dracula. But also you can find me in Swat Deeds, where I sing, I dance, I was in a bucket, and I worked with a puppet. And also you can find me on Xstreamed. Yay!
Woo. Okay, where can we find you, Christine?
You can find me on Once Told Tales, and pretty soon back on stage in Seattle.
Woo, exciting. Rob.
Find me on Twitter, KirbySoze3. We can discuss the TV show Highlander versus the original movie Highlander, anytime you want, and Quantum Leap. And you can find me on Xstreamed, I'm sure, next week.
Amazing. My name is David Pstansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pstansky. Marty, our Geek of the Week, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at What Would Jesus Glue, where I do all kinds of art, some of it kind of geeky. And you can find me here on Xstreamed Improv.
Fabulous. So, audience, make sure you check out the website, xstreamed.tv, where there's loads of fun geeky-related stuff, including episodes of Geek Battle as a video, episodes of Geek Battle as a podcast, lots of geek-related articles, and make sure you smash the subscribe button on youtube.com/extremeimprov. So, from me, from everyone else, stay safe, always stay extremes, live long and prosper.